Welcome to this News 9 special. After the SE stayed the conviction in the Modi surname case, Rahul Gandhi has been reinstated as Member of Parliament. Rahul will be attending the monsoon session of the Parliament as it sees the contentious debate on Manipur as well as the Delhi Services Bill. A notification from the Lok Sabha Secretariat read that Rahul Gandhi's disqualification as a Lok Sabha member stood revoked. Rahul Gandhi was serving as an MP from Wayanad Lok Sabha constituency in Kerala before this incident where he was disqualified in March this year after his conviction. Now, a three-judge bench headed by Justice B.R. Gawai said that the trial court judge did not justify why Rahul should have been awarded the maximum sentence of 2 years, which attracted his disqualification as an MP. Rahul was serving as the MP from Wayanad in 2019. The case pertaining to the Modi surname case where Rahul Gandhi had made the statement, why is it that all people who have looted from the banks have the same name as Modi? And that is when this issue, which was given in Kolar, resulted in it being taken up by a legislator, and a case was filed against Rahul Gandhi over the Modi surname remark. These are in fact visuals coming in from the Congress office where we have Mallikarjun Kharge along with the other opposition leaders as well as Congress leaders celebrating the revoking of the suspension of Rahul Gandhi, and these are more celebratory visuals coming in from the Congress workers in Delhi as well as from several other locations in the country and in front of the Congress offices. And we did have that victory sign being made by Mallikarjun Kharge after the stay was given to Rahul Gandhi's conviction in the defamation case. It essentially puts the conviction in abeyance, and what resulted from this was suspension from the bar. That's in fact Rahul Gandhi moving in out of his residence and probably towards the Parliament. We are in fact waiting for the entry of Rahul Gandhi in the Parliament as he has been reinstated as an MP from Wayanad. The suspension was there for almost 134 days. So these visuals in fact speak about it. Rahul Gandhi heading towards the Parliament, especially after his suspension from the Parliament over the Modi surname case. His conviction in that case has been revoked. These visuals in fact show you how the Congress leader is now heading towards the Parliament. And celebration time. Meanwhile, opposition leaders as well as Congress leaders celebrate the reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi as a member of Parliament. Derek O'Brien also joining in these celebrations. This is that notification that revokes the suspension in continuation of notification numbered this, dated on 24th March 2023. The Supreme Court of India has passed an order on 4/8/2023 in special leave to appeal, and according to that, they have taken up, in view of that order, the Supreme Court of India, the disqualification of Rahul Gandhi has been noted in Gazette, and now it has been revoked, is what we understand. So this has been in fact published as of now. This is that notification that has been brought to light right now. Also, we have those celebratory visuals coming in where Mallikarjun Kharge, the president of the Congress, and going ahead and giving sweets to allies of the Congress in the Parliament, as well as Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary also present, Jairam Ramesh. We have Manoj Jha, all of them in fact celebrating the reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi was disqualified over the Modi surname controversy, a statement that was made in Kolar in Karnataka on why all thieves have the name as Modi, and that was in fact taken up by the Gujarat court. Rahul did approach the Gujarat HC, which did not give him relief, after which he had approached the SC, and the SC has stayed, saying that there is no reason given as to why the maximum punishment was given. Now, according to the punishment, if punishment was given, it was almost for 2 years, and then there was a particular law that kicks in which says that an MP who's been convicted in a case for 2 years will have to in fact relinquish his post in, or rather be suspended from the Parliament. This is the tweet given out by Mallikarjun Kharge. The decision to reinstate Sri Rahul Gandhi as an MP is a welcome step. It brings relief to the people of India and especially to Wayanad. Whatever time is left of their tenure, BJP and Modi government should utilize that by concentrating on actual governance rather than denigrating democracy by targeting opposition leaders. That is the tweet coming in from Mallikarjun Kharge. Let us listen into some reactions coming in over the reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi.
सदन के अध्यक्ष के रूप में लोकसभा के स्पीकर साहब की निष्पक्षता पर सवाल है। तो संयोग से एक दो मसले हैं। एक, आगरा के भाजपा के सांसद को भी 2 साल की सजा हुई है। उनकी सदस्यता समाप्त होती है कि नहीं होती है? उनका बंगला खाली कराया जाता कि नहीं कराया जाता है? और दूसरी तरफ जो पूर्व उदाहरण भी है कि किसी भी संसद सदस्य के सजा पर अगर अदालत रोक लगा देती है तो उसकी सदस्यता अपने आप रिस्टोर हो जाती है। तो जिस तत्परता से वो जल्दबाजी में माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय ने राहुल गांधी जी के मसले पर कार्रवाई की, निर्णय लिया, वही अब देखते हैं कि वो आगरा जो भाजपा के सांसद हैं उन पर और राहुल गांधी जी के रिस्टोरेशन पर क्या निर्णय लेते हैं।
रिस्टोर हो गए ना, कम से कम जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन के बीच में जब चलता है विषय, थोड़ा संयम तो रखना पड़ेगा। तो ऐसे तो बाकी एमपीज को भी हुआ है। तो इसलिए जो कानूनी प्रक्रिया है, संवैधानिक प्रक्रिया है, वो प्रक्रिया हमने बिना डिले किया है।
कांग्रेस करके जानबूझकर देरी की गई है सर। उसी समय आना था,
क्या उसी समय क्या सुप्रीम कोर्ट डिसीजन आने के बाद ऑर्डर कॉपी पूछा था, ऑर्डर देने के बाद तुरंत कर दिया है। वो तो उस दिन वर्किंग आवर्स था जी।
जहाँ तक कांग्रेस के नेता और राहुल गांधी जी का सवाल है, सदस्यता बहाल हुई है, बधाई, माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट को बधाई। और लोकतंत्र पर भरोसा बढ़ा है, माननीय न्यायालय पर भरोसा बढ़ा है इस फैसले के बाद।
जब तक राहुल गांधी जी की वापसी नहीं होते तो सारे ये सवाल उठते रहेंगे और इसके साथ साथ हम सबके लिए भी ये बेचैनी भी है। मैं खुद अस्थिर होते जा रहे हैं, अधीर होते जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि अभी तक वापसी क्यों नहीं हुई, ये मेरा भी सवाल है। दूसरी बात, आज हम लोग चाहते हैं कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट से जो सर्टिफाइड कॉपी, वो सर्टिफाइड कॉपी लेकर जमा करे, जैसे कि और कुछ कहने की कोई गुंजाइश ना बचे। हम तो सारे जो मिले हमें सब दे दिए, ऑर्डर दे दिए, सब कुछ दे दिए। अभी सर्टिफाइड कॉपी सुप्रीम कोर्ट से वो भी हम ला रहे हैं, जैसे कि और कोई कुछ बोलने का कोई गुंजाइश ना बचे।
Well, those were statements coming in by some of the leaders just before the reinstatement, and we just played out those bites for you. Of course, celebratory mood that is there. We are also joined in by Pankaj Mishra from News9, who joins us as well, and we have Amitabh Tiwari, who is a political analyst, who also joins us. We have Lieutenant Commander retired Gokul Chandran, who also joins us, who's also a political analyst, who joins us from Kerala. Meanwhile, Pankaj, of course, the big question that everybody was asking is that when would the restatement happen? Finally, the reinstatement has happened, and now it seems that it comes at a very crucial juncture. You know, the Manipur issue could be discussed, and there is already, the opposition has in fact pressing on the treasury benches for certain aspects of governance as well, and debates have been raging on several fronts, especially the Delhi services bill has also been going there. So it's like at a crucial juncture you have the reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi being taken up. So today it's going to be, of course, the opposition would be showing the victory sign. They've been showing the victory sign from the time the stay from the Supreme Court has been coming in, and now it looks like the stage is set for the monsoon session, especially with the entry of Rahul Gandhi. And one of the things that has been going around is that the Congress says that now questions will be asked. So let's see what it's going to be. But how do you in fact see this particular entry of Rahul Gandhi back into the parliament?
Well, Varghese, good morning, and good morning to our fellow panelists. The entry of Rahul Gandhi is clear by the level and the style of questioning, the way Union Minister Prahlad Joshi was being questioned, the soundbite that you played just now. He was being questioned, देरी क्यों हुई, क्यों नहीं हो रही है, कैसे हुआ, कल Friday भी कर सकते थे, why not then? These are the changing signs of how the government was in a quandary, was cornered as far as this particular issue is concerned. Well, देर आए दुरुस्त आए, Monday को reinstatement हो जाता है, कोई बहुत बड़ी बात इसमें नहीं है. It was almost due. But yes, many had raised this question that when the Surat court had actually found and passed the judgment of Rahul's disqualification, then the Lok Sabha Secretariat was quick to issue that disqualification notice, but this time around it took some time. Fine, that has happened. Let's move on and let's see ki ab aage kya hoga. You are right, Varghese. There are two things that are happening very simultaneously. One is the Manipur issue on which the government has been cornered and the opposition is digging its heels. And the second one is the no confidence motion. These two crucial aspects, Rahul Gandhi's entry. What happens? I don't expect much fireworks there, but obviously it gives a shot in the arm to the opposition, united opposition, I would say, and it checks one boxes that their team is complete. Otherwise, Rahul Gandhi missing this would have been mentioned time and again, and it would have harmed them and poked them somewhere or the other, the opposition party, that one of their leaders is disqualified. And but this time around, Rahul Gandhi's re-entry has in a way bolstered what happens in the parliament. Obviously, we have seen acrimonious scenes, no different. It won't be so different when the rest of the session pans out also. But what Rahul brings to the table is fully dependent on whether he is given time to speak, first of all, whether the House functions or not. What has Rahul Gandhi's performance been in the parliament, in the Lok Sabha, his attendance vis-a-vis the national record? We will be discussing that a minute later. But yes, Jubilant Science, All India Congress Committee's office has not seen such celebrations for a long time now. So all congratulations to Congress and Rahul Gandhi for finally being reinstated as the MP.
Well, also let me get in Amitabh Tiwari, political analyst. Amitabh Tiwari, there was always this big question of whether there could be any sort of delay when it comes to reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi back into the parliament. But is it because the BJP now didn't want Rahul Gandhi to play the martyr card, which he had in fact played for quite some time right now? Was that the reason why they in fact decided to ensure that Rahul Gandhi's, the reinstatement process is carried out fast? Though some say that it could have been done on Friday itself.
First of all, the reinstatement and the disqualification is all the prerogative of the Speaker, who is an independent constitutional body. So the Speaker, if he had taken a decision as to disqualification in a very fast manner, quick manner, then of course to establish his credentials as a neutral person, he had to take a quick decision when regarding his reinstatement as well. Of course, if the reinstatement was delayed, then the Congress would have opposed it, and it would have not gone well for the BJP, because he would then claim to play the victim card or claim to be a martyr. See, essentially with this reinstatement, what happens is that it happens at a crucial point. So there is going to be a discussion in Manipur, he gets time to speak or not, and whether the parliament debates it or not is questionable, but the no confidence motion is going to happen. And in the no confidence motion, what happens is that political parties put the names or recommend the names of people who are going to speak on their behalf. So it is highly likely that Rahul Gandhi will speak. Politics is all about optics. So the opposition or the Congress will try to set the narrative that the BJP has been targeting the opposition leaders and perhaps used courts in Gujarat to fix Rahul Gandhi. However, the Supreme Court has given the relief, and he would now probably become the star campaigner of the party going forward. So now the opposition, in terms of optics, is getting the momentum right after the BJP's loss in Karnataka. We have seen a sequence of events where the opposition largely has been setting the agenda, be it the naming of the alliance in India and then NDA calling the meeting on the same date. So we now have to see how Rahul speaks in the parliament, because we know that Narendra Modi ji is a very good orator, and how this crossfire works in the parliament, I mean, all would eagerly be awaiting in the no confidence motion debate now.
So we are all eyes are on the no confidence motion debate. But then let me get Lieutenant Commander retired Gokul Chandran into this. Gokul Chandran, how do you in fact see this? Because this is about Wayanad. Now, I remember those scenes when he was disqualified and there was a rally taken out by Congress-led UDF in Wayanad. A huge rally was taken up. So how do you think Wayanad is going to make it? Of course, it's going to be a huge rally again if there's a rally that is planned again, or what, as a celebratory move? You can hear me, Mr. Gokul? Well, I think we have some audio problems with Mr. Gokul. We'll come back to him. But then, Mr. Tiwari, one thing that you had in fact raised about is that no confidence motion and the probable debate between the Prime Minister as well as with Rahul Gandhi. So the question that is going to be asked is that is this going to be the tone and tenure that we're going to see in the coming sessions as well, where the agendas and probably the preparations for 2024 is going to be done by both the leaders? Is it going to be a Modi versus Rahul kind of a situation that is going to play out in the next parliament sessions till 2024?
This debate, if it happens, is going to set the tone for the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Because we've seen that after the first meeting, the Congress has sort of taken the driver's seat in the grand opposition alliance. And now it is very clear that the Congress is calling the shots and it is the fulcrum. Now the question is whether it becomes a Rahul versus Modi contest in 2024. So whether the opposition parties, the various opposition parties agree to making Rahul as the official PM candidate, or they adopt for a localized seat-by-seat strategy wherein they try to focus on local factors and not make it a personality contest. So that is a debate which will happen now within the India alliance, whether to name Rahul officially as the PM candidate against Modi, or not announce any candidate and perhaps try to go for a seat by seat or a state by state local elections. And both have their pros and cons. And I mean, as per Access My India survey, 37% people in 2019 Lok Sabha elections voted on the basis of the prime ministerial phase. So if you don't have a prime ministerial phase, then you exclude a large segment of voters from your target audience, correct? So that is also a question which the India Alliance will need to grapple. It is easy to say that we'll not announce a PM candidate. However, the elections have become presidential style. We've seen even in states now, the contest is largely on faces. So that is going to be a very, very tricky question for the India Alliance to answer. However, I think this is going to now set the tone, and the barbs and the exchanges between Rahul and Modi in Parliament could set the agenda for the state elections and the grand elections to come in 2024.
Reaction coming in. We have one more reaction coming in on the reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi. Let's listen in.
राहुल गांधी इज बैक, और फिर उनकी सिंह गर्जना चालू रहेगी। लेकिन मेरी समझ में एक चीज नहीं आती, ये भाजपा क्यों अपने खिलाफ उठने वाली आवाज को बंद करने की कोशिश कर रही थी। आज ये इंडिया की जीत है, राहुल गांधी की जीत है, मोदी सरकार की पराजय है।
Well, Pankaj, just before that, we were in fact discussing about whether there's a possibility of setting the ground, but it looks like this is going to be setting the ground for the narrative to 2024. So, you know, the legal battle is over. The battle is now shifted to the parliament, and probably for 2024 elections, the tone and tenor is being set for a Rahul versus Modi kind of a situation. But again, the big question is whether INDAA has agreed, like Tiwari was saying, that Rahul could become the PM candidate or not.
Well, you see, this particular discussion, Rahul Gandhi, whether he becomes the prime ministerial candidate for the India bloc or not, is something that, as the saying goes, that we will cross the bridge when we reach there. So that is the part what India bloc would be thinking as of now. As of now, for Congress especially, and for Rahul Gandhi individually, and for India bloc on the whole, there are so many roadblocks ahead of them that they need to, cross them one by one. Now, needless to say, they need public support for that also. Reaching 2024 intact and then contesting and then the outcome and then the future course of action. So that is a bit of a far cry as of now, in my opinion, Varghese. But what is crucial as of now here is that from here on, the presence in the parliament, the questions that will be raised, whether, with Rahul's re-entry, are we going to see a change scenario? Because that doesn't looks like, happening. Just now, the Manipur issue has rocked the Raga Saga, and the Raga Saga has been adjourned for some time for some time. But nonetheless, on the Lok Sabha front, Rahul Gandhi would be reaching the parliament soon. 11:30 is when all the MPs of the Congress party would be gathering at gate number 1. Sonia Gandhi has reached the parliament, by the way, and India Gathbandhan ke bhi kuch sansad maujood rahenge. We are expected to see some sort of solidarity and show of strength at the entry gate of parliament. And 11:45 to 11:50 is when Rahul Gandhi is expected to come, because 12 o'clock he has to be in the Lok Sabha. So day one again for Rahul Gandhi. Very quickly, Varghese, the importance of being Rahul here is multifold. But Rahul Gandhi cannot and should not take this opportunity, in a lighter vein, because his attendance, his presence in the parliament is something that is very crucial. If we take a look at how he has fared so far, I mean, we all remember the all-important Bharat Jodo Yatra, but that also kept him away from the winter session in the parliament. He was traversing the country. In the 17th Lok Sabha, the Congress leader, if you can go back, his attendance stood at 53%, whereas the national average was 79%. Then again, if you look at the 17th Lok Sabha itself, Rahul Gandhi participated in 5 debates. The national average is 39.7, while the state average is 66.1. That is the hour spent. Gandhi had posed 86 questions before the 17th Lok Sabha, which is more than the previous 2 Lok Sabhas combined. Similar picture in the 16th Lok Sabha also, his percentage of appearance was 52%, whereas the national average was 80%. So these numbers are very crucial, Varghese, and before, Congress celebrates it and, assesses it and assimilates the fact that Rahul Gandhi is back, these are also some of the key aspects why you are in the parliament. The battle is not won, not even half won with Rahul's re-entry. The thing is that raising the questions, coordinating the government, and also allowing the parliament to function is something that is required for Rahul's lost glory to be reinstated, or for that matter, anything to happen in the parliament as far as Rahul's association is concerned.
Well, let me in fact get in Gokul. I think, Gokul, you're able to hear me right now. The question that I was trying to ask is that in Wayanad, what is the situation? Last time when he was disqualified, there was this huge support that had come in. You had a huge rally led by Congress's Congress-led UDF, and your allies in the UDF also came out in large numbers to support in that rally. So is there something planned in Wayanad again since he's been reinstated?
Yeah, good morning, everyone. See, the biggest victory is for the people of Wayanad, the voters of Wayanad, who had elected Mr. Rahul Gandhi as a member of parliament. And while Mr. Rahul Gandhi was disqualified as a member of parliament, the people suffered the most was the people of Wayanad, because they were not getting the services of a member of parliament, because he has been doing exemplary good in the constituency, and the constituency people was missing him. And now, with he being reinstated as member of parliament, Wayanad people will be very joyous, and they will be looking forward to meet Rahul Gandhi. I think as soon as the parliament session is over, Mr. Rahul Gandhi will be visiting Wayanad again. And regarding rally, yeah, victory celebrations will be there all across Wayanad, all across Kerala, all across India. But as of now, there is nothing planned for any particular rally. But yeah, victory celebrations, processions will be taken out in Wayanad as well as all through the country.
Well, Gokul, I'll just try to put you a little into a spot over here. One small statistics that I want to raise over here is this, that in the 17th Lok Sabha, like Pankaj was saying, the Congress leader's parliamentary attendance stands at 53% as per PRS legislative research. This is way below the 79% national average of PM's attendance according to data that PRS has compiled till now. Meanwhile, he represents Wayanad in Kerala, of course, and the average attendance of MPs from Kerala is 84%. So there's been a marked difference when it comes to his attendance in the parliament as such. So how do you attribute this? Gokul, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Well, I think we have still a network issue coming in when it comes to this. We will come back to Gokul once, in fact, we read. Let us go to Amitabh Tiwari on this. So the big question that we were asking is that will it be a Rahul versus kind of Modi kind of situation, or Rahul would take a backseat when it comes to this? And the big question of whether India alliance would in fact have, or INDI alliance will try to have Rahul as the leader for its prime ministerial role. But all these are, of course, questions that is going to come in. But then one crucial factor remains about Rahul Gandhi, and the factor is that when it comes to the conviction on the part of the Gujarat state or the court in Gujarat, the issue, it looks like this is not going to stop till here, because one of the things that has been raised is that this case will be pursued. The person who had filed the original petitioner said that he would in fact go ahead and pursue this. This is technically a stay that has been given. A stay can be vacated as well. So do you think that this could come back to haunt Rahul Gandhi?
No, I would say that the case will continue to happen in Gujarat. But given the alacrity in our judicial system and the way things happen, I don't think any final sentence is going to take place before the next Lok Sabha elections, because any decision which comes out of the Gujarat courts again has to go via the similar chain as it has gone in the disqualification or the stay on the disqualification, correct? So it will go from session court to high court to Supreme Court. So there's a lot of time still left, and I don't believe that it's going to be markedly announced before the Lok Sabha elections, and an adverse judgment also given the Supreme Court ruling and the arguments which it has made. I doubt whether an adverse judgment also regarding his sentence is going to be announced in any of the courts, or even finalized by the or given or ratified by the Supreme Court. So I don't think the case is going to.
There's also one more case that we have to in fact look into, and since it's coming into this context as well, the Bombay High Court on August 2nd, 2023 had extended the interim relief that was granted to Congress leader Rahul Gandhi from appearing before the magistrate till September 26th. The case pertains to a defamation suit filed by a member of the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP over the statement of calling Prime Minister Narendra Modi commander-in-chief. Now that is another bab that was in fact put forward by Rahul Gandhi, especially during the elections, and of course the BJP person has taken cognizance of it and has filed a case. So that is another thing that has been going there. So what is it? I mean, when it comes to politics in India, we have seen how statements have been made by rivals against each other. They try to make it, nuanced in certain ways, try to message it in certain ways. But this thing of taking all these statements to court is a recent phenomenon in the last 10 to 15 years. It has been something that has been there in the political realm in the last 10 to 15 years, because before that, in very few cases do you see politicians in fact going to the court, especially when it comes to an election rally where a statement is made in the election rally. There used to be, debates that used to happen where people used to call names against each other. There were names that were called intensely by certain leaders, especially when they rival for that CM's post. But it never came to the point of courts. But why now this is being played in courts? Is there something really wrong with Indian democracy in that way, that barbs are now constituted as insults, and you have people secondary in nature actually pulling up statements made in political rallies for this? Is there something going wrong in that particular aspect?
So, see, these are rhetorical statements which are made by political parties and leaders across the spectrum. And as you said, in the past, these used to be taken in jest by the leaders against whom these statements are made. So now people, of course, we've seen that over the last 9 years, what has happened is that polarization has increased. When I say polarization of thought, of ideology, everything. So people have actually now a very hardened stance on most of the things, and some of the followers have been filing some similar cases in courts across India. But if this case there was disqualification and there has been a stay, then I don't think that the Bombay case merits a disqualification or of a similar nature. And what is intriguing, that in all these cases, the person who has been targeted is not filing the case.
Yeah, that's the interesting part of it. The person, because
so,
most of these cases,
it is a ridiculous thing. Correct. It is a ridiculous thing, and judiciary also should take note of this. Correct. I mean, if I have something against you, I mean, I will have to file a case, or you will have to file a case. Some XYZ cannot say that Varghese and Tiwari have something against each other, and the court should intervene. Correct. So I mean, it's becoming ridiculous, in fact. So court should also not waste their time on such things until the person who has aggrieved is actually filing the case. Because if the stay has been convicted by the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has also passed some strictures against the High Court order, correct? So a lot of time of the courts is getting wasted in these cases, wherein some genuine cases or lakhs of cases are pending in our courts. So when the courts are actually taking up these cases, the judges should in my opinion be taking this fact in their consideration.
Well, let me get in Pankaj into this. Pankaj, we over the years we have seen this kind of a situation where these political statements are immediately taken up by courts because someone X, Y, or Z tends to go ahead and tries to file a case against it. But previously, these were what we used to read in the newspapers, and there used to be a rebuttal to it. Why is it that this so-called mannerism of messaging in politics, of course, the principal people involved in do not file cases against each other over it. It is the third parties are involved in it, and it tends to unnecessarily create what I would say that an unnecessarily third-person intervention into that debate altogether. But this has been increasing over the last few years, and it doesn't augur well actually, because you don't know what offends whom to a large extent.
Well, yes, Varghese. I mean, if you look at the modus operandi on how the cases are being filed and who raises the question, in this case, you're mentioning Purnesh Modi, a third party altogether, not any political leader. So yes, there has been tricks of trade in the playbook as far as the parliamentary proceedings go. But nonetheless, all eyes as of now on Rahul Gandhi. Sonia Gandhi, as mentioned, is reaching the parliament on the screen there. And obviously, in some time from now, around 12 o'clock, Rahul Gandhi is expected. And in a show of strength and solidarity, the India bloc members and also the Congress MPs would be gathering at gate number 1 in the parliament, where they would be, obviously, photo op would be there, and then the welcoming of Rahul Gandhi would be there. So Congress are not trying to discount any opportunity in order to have Rahul Gandhi's return being beamed across the country on television screens, on social media platforms, so that it gives a message to the people that yes, Rahul Gandhi is back in action again, and the way he was relegated, to a corner in the past, those days are over. But Varghese, again, my 2 cents here would be very, and I mentioned this in all honesty, that once you have reached the pitch, the battleground, the cricketing pitch, it is your batting, your bowling, or your fielding that matters, because this is the selection in the team for Rahul Gandhi, but how does he deliver is something very crucial. And for that delivery, obviously, he has to be in the parliament. But the reports, but the attendance, if we look at it, is not very healthy. And that's a cause of concern also. As I was mentioning, and please give me just 2 minutes so that I can finish both the Lok Sabhas here. In the 17th Lok Sabha, the Congress leaders' parliamentary attendance stood at 53%. Now, 53% means if the Lok Sabha worked for 100 days, he was there for 53 days only, which is half of it. 79 or 80 was the national figure at that time. Remember, he represents Wayanad in Kerala, and obviously to put forth the concerns of the people of Kerala is his prerogative. But the national politics too, being a central figure in the national opposition, he has his hands full also. But it has to be seen from the prism of the representation of the constituency he belongs to. Now, Rahul Gandhi participated in 5 debates only. National average is 39.7. 39 debates one should have been, participating in. And Rahul Gandhi posing 86 questions in the 17th Lok Sabha. Also, if we take a look at the 16th Lok Sabha, the attendance was not, very strong. 52% was his attendance, whereas the national average was 80%. He participated only in 14 debates, whereas the average was 67.1. So for an MP, to be chosen, it is incumbent on him that he puts forth the concerns of the people he represents. But in case of Rahul Gandhi, Varghese, I think this pomp and show, this hype is fine. Politically, the dynamics suit the bill. But then what happens within the 4 walls of that parliamentary complex, that is important. And that's why I'm giving this analogy of a batsman reaching the pitch. Fine, the crowd cheers, everything happens, pomp and show, there are cheerleaders. But the performance, that is important. And that's the aspect which Rahul Gandhi needs to work on, because statistics are clearly not in favor of him. Varghese.
Statistics not in favor. And some more reactions coming in, Pankaj. Let's listen into that.
It's a welcome decision by Honorable Speaker. They had implemented the Supreme Court order, and we all were hearing conspiracies by the government to stop Mr. Rahul Gandhi ji, but Honorable Speaker has overruled that thing, and he has prevailed on the justice. We welcome and thank the Honorable Speaker for the decision.
रिस्टोर हो गए ना, कम से कम जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन के बीच में जब चलता है विषय, थोड़ा संयम तो रखना पड़ेगा। तो ऐसे तो बाकी एमपीस को भी हुआ है, तो इसलिए जो कानूनी प्रक्रिया है, संवैधानिक प्रक्रिया है, वो प्रक्रिया हमने बिना डिले किया है।
कांग्रेस की जानबूझकर देरी की गई है सर। उसी समय आना था,
क्या उसी समय का सुप्रीम कोर्ट डिसीजन आने के बाद ऑर्डर कॉपी पूछा था, ऑर्डर देने के बाद तुरंत कर दिया है। वो तो उस दिन वर्किंग आवर्स था जी।
Well, these are celebrity visuals that happened just after that reinstatement notification was sent out by the Lok Sabha Secretary. You have Mallikarjun Kharge, in fact, giving the sweets to the leaders from INDIA, as well as when it comes to the other senior Congress leaders as well. So, celebrity moment at the Congress meeting over there with the INDA alliance partners as well as its senior leaders, and Mallikarjun Kharge, of course, leading the celebrations in the parliament as well. But again, the big question that has been asked is that when it comes to Rahul's attendance in parliament, the national average is what we were looking at, and we were speaking about how those statistics in fact does say that it was much less than compared to the MPs from Kerala who were attending it. It is being said that 84% is the attendance when it comes to the MPs from Kerala, while Rahul's was somewhere around 53%, much way lower than the attendance that was there among the MPs from Kerala. And at the same time, questions being raised about whether the questions that would be asked in the parliament, especially when it goes towards the no confidence motion, and each party will be listing its speakers. Rahul Gandhi could be expected to speak in the parliament on this. So all this is something that is in fact we are waiting for, and we are just waiting for the entry of Rahul Gandhi to the parliament right away. It's said that he has already moved towards the parliament, so there is already a welcome group that is waiting for him. We have senior leaders of the Congress as well as the alliance, senior leaders from the alliance parties as well, waiting to welcome him for this. Meanwhile, the government has in fact said that they have followed the process of law, and that is why the reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi has been in fact seen right here. But again, the big question being asked is that what would the Wayanad MP, or rather the reinstated Wayanad MP, would be asking in the parliament? All eyes on whether Rahul will speak in the parliament and what would be the questions he would be in fact raising when it comes to it. Crucial debate still going on in the parliament is of course about Manipur, the Delhi Services Bill, and there has been quite a ruckus in the Raga Saga. It has been adjourned for a time, especially over Manipur. It is being said that the opposition benches did create a ruckus, is what we understand, because of which it has been. Let's listen in to what Digvijay Singh had to say when it came to the issue about the reinstatement.
सदन के अध्यक्ष के रूप में लोकसभा के स्पीकर साहब की निष्पक्षता पर सवाल है। तो संयोग से एक दो मसले हैं। एक, आगरा के भाजपा के सांसद को भी 2 साल की सजा हुई है, उनकी सदस्यता समाप्त होती है कि नहीं होती है, उनका बंगला खाली कराया जाता कि नहीं कराया जाता है, और दूसरी तरफ जो पूर्व उदाहरण भी है कि किसी भी संसद सदस्य के सजा पर अगर अदालत रोक लगा देती है तो उसकी सदस्यता अपने आप रिस्टोर हो जाती है। तो जिस तत्परता से वो जल्दबाजी में माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय ने राहुल गांधी जी के मसले पर कार्रवाई की, निर्णय लिया, वही अब देखते हैं कि वो आगरा जो भाजपा के सांसद हैं उन पर और राहुल गांधी जी के रिस्टोरेशन पर क्या निर्णय लेते हैं।
जहां तक कांग्रेस के नेता और राहुल गांधी जी का सवाल है, सदस्यता बहाल हुई है, बधाई, माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट को बधाई, और लोकतंत्र पर भरोसा बढ़ा है, माननीय न्यायालय पर भरोसा बढ़ा है इस फैसले के बाद।
राहुल गांधी इज बैक, और फिर उनकी सिंह गर्जना चालू रहेगी। लेकिन मेरी समझ में एक चीज नहीं आती, ये भाजपा क्यों अपने खिलाफ उठने वाली आवाज को बंद करने की कोशिश कर रही थी। आज ये इंडिया की जीत है, राहुल गांधी की जीत है, मोदी सरकार की पराजय है।
Well, we have Amitabh Tiwari still with us. Now, the big question Amitabh over here would be asking is that the Congress would in fact use this moment, calling it as a triumphant entry of its leader. So it is 100% sure that all their social media websites and everything would be in fact displaying this kind of an imagery that comes. And remember, all of the leaders initially when the stay had come in, they were all raising that victory finger, and they were showing in fact the V-shaped fingers for the media, saying that it is victory. But it is 100% for sure that the Congress is going to leverage the entry of Rahul Gandhi as a huge effort to in fact bolster its image, isn't it?
Of course, it will use his stay by the Supreme Court as a leverage and try to prove or showcase that the BJP has been targeting the opposition leaders with the help of constitutional bodies like ED, CBI, etc. And this also shows that BJP itself perhaps was considering Rahul as a threat or Rahul as a challenger to Prime Minister Modi. So that is why all these cases, etc., have been filed so that he gets engulfed in a legal battle. So the Congress, see, the battle is on the ground, the battle is on traditional media, the battle is on social and digital media, and Congress supporters would have a field day, and we will see many memes which are coming out celebrating the victory and how Rahul has defeated Modi, etc., etc. Now, the larger question, as Pankaj ji has said, is that how does he utilize this opportunity and is able to score another brownie point or so in the Lok Sabha debates which happen on Manipur, let's say, or during the no confidence motion, because we all know that Narendra Modi is a great orator, correct? I mean, there is no comparison between Narendra Modi and any other leader when it comes to the oratory skills. So that is very, very important. And he will be speaking the last in a no confidence motion. So now the Congress will have to strategize as to what are the points which Rahul or the party want to raise in the Lok Sabha against this government. And then the party will take it from there, because what has also been happening is that somehow the party in the past has been accused of not raising the local issues which impact the common man, like inflation and unemployment, etc., and rather going after issues like Rafale or a Pegasus, etc., which do not resonate with the common man per se. So Rahul's popularity, of course, has increased as per surveys after the Bharat Jodo Yatra. So now, as per a CSDS survey, 27% people want to see him as the prime ministerial candidate, as the prime minister in 2024, vis-a-vis 43% of Narendra Modi. So it's still a lead which Modi enjoys, and we need to see how the Congress or the India Alliance is able to build an aura or a positive environment around Rahul in the run-up to the Lok Sabha elections, and whether he's able to reduce this lead or not, because it's still a huge gap actually.
Well, in fact, let us in fact show you a documentary which is on Congress in crisis called the Raga Saga. It's a News Plus documentary that talks about how the situation is in Congress, and we will in fact return, because we are keeping a track of Rahul Gandhi returning to the parliament today. So before that, take a look at this documentary.
आज भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त जितने भी चेहरे हैं, वो सब एक साथ एक मंच पर आ रहे हैं।
इस वक्त की ये सबसे बड़ी खबर आई है, जहां लोकसभा की सदस्यता राहुल गांधी की मानहानि के केस में सजा के बाद लोकसभा की सदस्यता खत्म हो गई है।
I am not scared of these threats, of these disqualifications, of these allegations, of these prison sentences. I don't care. I'm not scared of them.
I would say Mr. Rahul Gandhi is definitely not the leader that the fulcrum would accept.
It entirely depends on Rahul Gandhi whether he wants to be a political martyr or not.
चाहे मुझे सदस्यता मिले ना मिले, मैं अपना काम करूंगा। अगर मुझे रीइंस्टेट कर दें तो भी मैं अपना काम करूंगा। मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता मैं पार्लियामेंट के अंदर हूं या बाहर हूं, कहां हूं।
India goes into general elections in 2024, and what you saw was a parliament that was very emotional and very angry and very upset about some recent utterances of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. And lo and behold, a court in Surat catches the same theme as the parliament is talking about, and a case of 2019 is what leads to the conviction of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So I would say Rahul Gandhi, who doesn't have a very distinguished career in Indian parliament, became its most important moment.
The opposition has got a very vibrant, a potent political flank. How do you build a case against Narendra Modi government when general elections are almost 13-14 months away? And that's where the challenge comes in. Because there is a lack of rapport between Rahul Gandhi and many key opposition leaders.
Opposition parties are not united because they don't want to be united. There are no permanent friends. There are no permanent enemies. It's a need-based relationship.
सब देख रहे हैं, कुछ दलों ने मिलकर भ्रष्टाचारी बचाओ अभियान छेड़ा हुआ है। आज भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त जितने भी चेहरे हैं वो सब एक साथ एक मंच पर आ रहे हैं।
But to say that it's enough to bring them together, no, it's not enough to bring them together. Yes, it's enough to bring them together on a podium for a speech, but I don't think it's enough to bring them together to fight elections jointly.
If you've seen in West Bengal, the Congress party has just recently won a state-level by-election. We've seen that UP ke bhaiya, they had to separate and fight the state-level elections. I cannot see why a tall leader like KCR, for example, or Nitish Kumar or Mamta will suddenly say that because of this conviction now we need to accept Mr. Rahul Gandhi as a tall leader. I would say Mr. Rahul Gandhi is definitely not the leader that the fulcrum would accept.
Even the Congress, when they form a coalition government, in the Congress had 142 MPs. Today, the problem is there is no dominant partner. So, the Congress has 53, but then the Mamata Banerjee's argument is if we leave out those Tamil Nadu seats that are thanks to DMK, Congress alliance with DMK, the Congress would have as many seats as probably Mamata Banerjee has in the Lok Sabha as of now. Congress is not seen as first among equal or a big brother.
A lot of the regional parties have risen in the states, primarily in opposition to the Congress party because the Congress was a national party. The Congress party slowly has had an eroding social base among social castes in North India, the politics of the Agadas or the upper caste. That part, the BJP's played a very swift politics, and because of the reactions against Mandal, because of the BJP's traditional vote base amongst the upper caste also, I think there is a strong and solid inclination of the upper caste towards the BJP.
On March 24, in a meeting of the Congress party held after Rahul Gandhi's disqualification, one of the leaders suggested mass resignation by all Congress MPs as a mark of protest.
In 1989, the Bofors controversy, Rajiv Gandhi had 413 MPs. On the 23rd of July 1989, 106 members of Lok Sabha belonging to 12 political parties, they resigned from Lok Sabha. Rajiv Gandhi was forced to prepone advance elections. So Rajiv Gandhi emerged as the single largest party, that being the Congress party with 189 MPs. He could not form the government, and the opposition led by Vishwanath Pratap Singh formed an alternative government. So this is a precedence which is very interesting and has some relevance. But mind you, the relevance or the kind of comparison ends when we talk about a single party government, when we talk about demand for JPC, when we talk about opposition coming together.
So if the Congress resigns, they would be announcing elections ahead of time. But there are, state level elections that are scheduled where the Congress is in the ruling seat, notably Rajasthan, where I believe the Congress is not doing so well. We talk about the unity between other parties, regional parties and the Congress party. Have you ever spoken about the fact whether Mr. Gehlot and Mr. Pilot have said that the political agenda is so big in front of us that let us patch our differences and let us become one?
It entirely depends on Rahul Gandhi whether he wants to be a political martyr or not. If Rahul Gandhi doesn't want to be a political martyr, I can give it to you that he will get back his Lok Sabha membership. Many experts have said that the Surat judgment is bad in law. The larger question is whether Rahul Gandhi wants to sacrifice himself for the 2024 and 2029 Lok Sabha election.
Adani. I think Rahul Gandhi and Congress needs to move fast. Look at their track record, and even the last 4-5 days since Rahul has been disqualified from Lok Sabha. ये देखिए रिश्ता. See, the Congress protest has been very symbolic, patchy, scattered, etc. So it needs to do something drastic. It needs to set up a kind of panel coordination so that the non-Congress opposition comes on board, where Mamata Banerjee, Arvind Kejriwal, Nitish Kumar, K.C. Chandrasekhar Rao, all of them are, chief ministers. They get some kind of role and say. but the Congress is also trying to keep the entire game to itself. Because mind you, sustaining this kind of campaign for next 1 year is a very tall order when there is so much, elections. There are elections in Karnataka, Chhattisgarh. So all the opposition unity has a potential to evaporate.
I'm not scared of these threats, of these disqualifications, of these allegations, of these prison sentences. I don't care. I'm not scared of them. Okay? These people don't understand me yet. I am not scared of them.
Well, that was a documentary that was put on News 9 Plus, especially when about Rahul Gandhi, how the situation was playing out within the Congress and what is the situation that has led this particular case as well, and how it played out within the Congress. The unity factor between the opposition and the Congress leaders, all that was at play. Well, these were the visuals that we had shown you a little earlier about Rahul Gandhi leaving for the parliament. What we understand right now, information coming in, is that Rahul Gandhi has reached the parliament, and that soon we will be seeing his entry into the Lok Sabha. It is being said that at 12 o'clock the Lok Sabha resumes again, so it is expected that Rahul Gandhi will be present for that. But meanwhile, there has been a delegation of leaders from the Congress as well as from the other opposition parties who are there to welcome him to the parliament, especially after his reinstatement. Rahul Gandhi has been reinstated after 134 days of suspension. The suspension was because of a conviction in a Gujarat court in a defamation case, which has been stayed by the Supreme Court. Now, the maximum sentence was given for that defamation case, which was 2 years, and automatically disqualification would kick in, because according to the new rules, it is being said that if a leader is convicted in a case for a sentence of more than 2 years, he automatically is disqualified from his membership in the legislative body. So that rule had kicked in, resulting in the suspension of Rahul Gandhi. These are in fact celebrating shots coming in when Mallikarjun Kharge in fact went ahead and celebrated the reinstatement of Rahul Gandhi. The Lok Sabha Secretariat has also given out a notification saying that his suspension has been revoked. Clearly enough, Rahul Gandhi has now reached the parliament after his membership has been restored. Rahul Gandhi is expected to enter the parliament. We're just waiting for the visuals as we are expecting his return into the parliament. It is the new parliament, of course, in which the debate has been going on, and Rahul Gandhi has entering that parliament after getting a stay from the Supreme Court on the defamation case. So suspension revoked and entry into the new parliament of India. Rahul Gandhi is expected to reach in a few moments. Meanwhile, there have been several reactions coming in from the allies, all of them saying that it is a victory. The case pertaining to the Modi surname controversy, the statement was in fact made during one of the election rallies in Karnataka and Kolar especially, but it was later picked up and the petitioner had moved the Gujarat court on this. Rahul Gandhi was brought in for this defamation case, and these are visuals coming in from just outside the parliament. We have Rahul Gandhi, who has just reached over there, and a jubilant set of leaders out there who have in fact joined in at that particular place. This, of course, celebrity visuals coming in. Rahul Gandhi had just entered the parliament. There we have more visuals coming in. We have Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, we have Rawat, we have other leaders who are present right in front of, we have Manoj Jha, we have Surjewala, all of them in fact making that particular stay just outside the gate in the parliament, where they are going to. There Rahul Gandhi just reaching in, and we have him coming to the parliament. There a welcome given to Rahul Gandhi as of now. Rahul Gandhi being welcomed by the Congress leaders and MPs from the parliament as well as allies who have come there. Venugopal also accompanying Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi just entering the parliament. These are the visuals that we are bringing to you right now. Rahul Gandhi's entry into the parliament right now. Of course, the media is following him as he moves towards the gate from where he will be entering the parliament. And of course, here we can see the kind of situation that is in fact prevailing right now. The media, in fact, asking for reactions from Rahul Gandhi right now.
Distance, request. Please, humble request, please. Please. Satyameva Jayate! Satyameva Jayate! अब क्या रणनीति रहेगी एक्शन सर? नो नो अभी नहीं। गैरी
अंदर So those were the visuals that we were in fact tracking just outside the parliament, where a welcome was given to Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi in fact welcomed by Congress leaders. Rahul Gandhi goes to the Gandhi statue and pays his respect, after which he is seen. Sonia Gandhi had already reached the parliament and of course the leadership of the Congress party along with Rahul Gandhi present over there, chanting of Rahul Gandhi Zindabad, renting the air there. We have leaders from various parts of the country, the Congress leaders, all of and their MPs representing their constituencies, all of them following Rahul Gandhi. This is just a visual that just we had in fact taken a few moments ago, where we have Rahul Gandhi in fact accompanied by a group of leaders. This is the moment when he in fact goes towards the Mahatma Gandhi statue out over there. Many of them in fact congratulating him just outside the parliament over his reinstatement. He's inside the Lok Sabha right now. What we understand is that Rahul Gandhi has entered the Lok Sabha. You're just dipping into the what's happening inside the Lok Sabha.
मेरा भारत सरकार से आग्रह है कि जितनी भी फंडिंग हुई है कांग्रेस के, जितनी भी चाइना ने फंडिंग की है, जांच की जाए और जितने लोग हैं उनको सलाखों पर पीछे डाला जाए और कांग्रेस पार्टी को कांग्रेस पार्टी को बैन किया जाए चुनाव लड़ने से। ये आपके माध्यम से भारत सरकार से मेरे नाम के आगे यदि कोई ऑथेंटिकेट करना हो पेपर तो मैं ले करने के लिए तैयार हूँ सर। और इस तरह की गतिविधि मोदी जी के रहते ये संभव नहीं है, हम इसको चलने नहीं देंगे। आप कितना हंगामा कर लो, इंडिया को तोड़ने की ताकत, भारत को तोड़ने की ताकत किसी में नहीं है। हमको छोटी कुर्बानी देनी पड़े। हमने श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी से लेकर आज तक देश को तोड़ने का काम 2 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।
Lok Sabha has been adjourned. Just ahead of it, it looks like the commotion in the Lok Sabha has resulted in it being adjourned again. The issue about Manipur being asked. It is being said that the treasury benches wanted to discuss about the rape of a 14-year-old and the murder of a 14-year-old in the Lok Sabha. Meanwhile, the opposition benches were pushing in for a debate on the Manipur issue, and this is what led to a logjam. Meanwhile, one of the MPs also raising the issue about how China has been using an millionaire for its propaganda and with its connections in India as well. So these are those visuals when Rahul Gandhi just had arrived at the parliament and was welcomed by the Congress leaders out there. These visuals in fact show that Venugopal as well as other prominent Congress leaders, K. Sudhakaran also in fact seen over there. All of them were there to welcome Rahul Gandhi to the parliament, and this was the moment at which he had just arrived in the parliament. Meanwhile, the Lok Sabha, he had entered the Lok Sabha is what we understand, and that there was adjournment of the Lok Sabha that has happened at the moment because of the treasury benches and the opposition benches trying to discuss two different topics, one on Manipur as well as. Well, this is the big visual that of the day, where Rahul Gandhi, after getting a stay from the Supreme Court in the Modi surname case, has come to the parliament. He was given a reception by the Congress leaders and alliance partners as well. After entering the parliament, the Congress leader went to Mahatma Gandhi's statue, paid his respects, and he was congratulated on the way by the leaders as well, after which he has entered the parliament for the debate. But the Lok Sabha has been adjourned as the treasury benches move ahead for a debate on Rajasthan and the rape and murder of a 14-year-old, while the opposition benches are pressing for a debate on what is happening in Manipur, especially over the last 3 months. Well, that's all we have for you on the other side. Keep tuned to News 9 as we bring in the latest of the news that's happening across the country and the world.
मैं इमरान अहमद खान नियाजी सबके दिल से हल्फ उठाता हूँ.
When Imran Khan came initially into politics, he thought his personal popularity would be sufficient for him. It didn't happen.
The retired military generals are openly saying that Imran Khan is a better choice.
Imran Khan may have bitten a bit too much, more than what he can chew.
Implosion. This and more. Streaming on world's first news OTT. News 9 Plus. Download now. BrahMos. Stealthy.